Thank you, Fahim. Thank you for being part of the JIDEP and such, and all the contributions you have been making so far.
Thank you, Nitin.
On the technical side, and also supporting on the management side as well. So I have one question for you, which is relevant to the project itself. What is a material or a product passport?
Very interesting question. Actually, the material or product passport or digital product passport is a place or where you put all the informations of a product or a materials digitally, right?
Yeah.
This is used for especially to improve the to ensure the traceability in a supply chain, the transferability, the recyclability, reusability, refurbishment, especially the circular economy, to improve the circularity, right? And how they do it. So first is thanks to the blockchain-based technology. It promotes the transferability and also the traceability of a product in its whole value chain. And then the information that it can contains are different. It's always tailored for a particular applications domain based. For instance, you can have the informations about the supplier, the name of the supplier, their identifications, their all sort of information that you need just to make sure that this information is provided are authentic. Then you can have the physical properties of the materials, so the description of the materials, the dimension of the materials, the weight, the strength, etc. You can have mechanical properties like strength, as I said, strength, shear strength, tensile, and other things. Again, it depends on the use case. You can have the chemical composition of the materials, the different chemical properties of the materials. You can have biological properties of the materials. You can have the safety related informations, the hazard related informations, etc. So what's the goal? For instance, in a metal, let's say you are working in a it's about a component that is a metal and it's going at end of life and you want to refurbish and reuse it. Now, you need to know the thermal history of these materials. If you don't know the thermal history of these materials, then actually if you want to refurbish or remanufacture the materials, it will be impossible to do a proper job without knowing the previous thermal histories it has undergone. Now, if you want to reuse the materials or, let's say, reclaim the materials chemically, then you need to also know the chemical composition of the materials, how it was built. And the recycling company needs it. Even if you want to landfill these materials, you need to know what is there, right? If you're a recycling company and if you do not know whether there is a hazardous materials, hazardous components, then it might be very unsafe for handling. And then there are various other issues. For instance, the European Commission is putting a legislation for all these EV manufacturers or to EV battery manufacturers to use a material, battery passport. So in a battery, what you got the two critical raw materials like lithium, cobalt. So around 60% of the lithium is coming from South America, and using a very unsustainable extraction process. They're utilizing almost 65% of the water, groundwater. So there is a big demonstrations against the lithium extraction in South America. So people do not like the local people. So these are a few things we need to know. For instance, the cobalts, 70% of the global cobalts are coming from Congo and not using a sustainable process at all. And apart from that, they're also using child labor, forced labor. Now here we're talking about why we're having electric vehicles or to improve the sustainability to reduce the greenhouse emission. But if we are in the do not following a sustainable process in the downstream, then actually we're not promoting sustainability. So this passport will ensure that the origin of these materials, where it's coming from, how sustainable the downstream process was, and then it will also force us to rethink how we can improve. Even if you're taking the materials from South America, to improve the sustainable extraction process or in Congo, or find a new, better process to do that. So this will help the thinkers or the end users to rethink about this whole process. And for our case in JIDEP, for instance, the automotive manufacturer we have, they're trying to have at least 20% of recycled or reclaimed materials in the car. Now, how do you track and trace that it was 20% or 30% materials were already using in the car? So the material passport will keep the track of every single material that's coming and going in the car, and where it's coming, and the source, and whether it's recycled or it's virgin. So this is how it can help the companies to achieve circularity and sustainability, whether it's just environmental sustainability or also it's a social sustainability.
Okay. That was a very detailed answer for him. Thanks very much for that.
Thank you, JIDEP. Thank you.